Hey everybody, so I'm over here at home. I decided to switch things up a little bit today. If you've noticed in all of my videos prior, I made it a point to style my hair the same exact way, just basically blowing it out smooth, not putting any heat tools, with the exception of, I think it was the first video that I did curl and iron. And then I decided to just let you guys see it at its most natural state, blow dried and not curl and ironed, because that could alter how it looks to you guys. So you know, all of my other videos, it was blow dried smooth, but I did get some requests to do my hair curly because I do have naturally curly hair, and I have done a curly a few times over the last few weeks. I do like to blow dry it because I only do my hair a couple times a week. I usually wash it twice a week and style it. So I usually do, you know, more smoother in the winter months, and then in the summer, almost the entire summer, I go curly just because it's so much easier with the humidity. But I did get some requests to do it curly, so I'm going to try that today just to switch it up, because I feel like my videos are getting kind of a little boring. They're all pretty much the same. So I figured it wouldn't hurt just to show it styled a different way, and also to let you guys know what my styling process is when I do decide to go curly. It's super low maintenance. It takes about 5 minutes to do. So on my busy days where I don't have a lot of time, I definitely am grateful that I have curly hair and I can diffuse it with the blow dryer and just put a little product and just take about 5 minutes, and it actually looks really nice. So I'm going to show you what I do and also the products that I'm using. So I just showered and I washed my hair with Monat. I'm going to grab the shampoo and conditioner that I did use because it is different. I did end up using the Renew shampoo, which I've used many times before, and I used the Smoothing Deep conditioner. This is my go-to when I'm home. I usually just keep this here. And then when I'm at the salon, I usually do the what is it? The Revitalize conditioner. So that's my shampoo and conditioner that I literally just washed my hair with. I did detangle it in the shower with the conditioner in it. So using a wide tooth comb, you can use a wet brush, whatever your choice may be. And then I towel dried it and then parted it where I normally like it parted. I used to do like a zigzag part, but lately I've been just doing straight down the middle, and just making sure that it's free of tangles. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the leave-in conditioner, which is my favorite. This is the Restore leave-in conditioner. I really do love this stuff, no matter whether I do it curly or straight. So I just put that all through my hair, concentrating on the ends. And then I put, I'm going to put a little bit of the blow dry cream. Whoops, it's spilling. I have the worst time with this cap. For some reason, this is the only cap that gives me trouble. I have to unscrew it all the way to get the stuff out, because you're normally supposed to just kind of lightly unscrew it and just that opens up, and then you can squirt it out. But for some reason, this one, it always opens up all the way. So I'm always like squirting it everywhere. So you just warm this up in your hands a little bit, run it through your ends. I don't really put a lot on my root because I don't have a lot of drier areas at my root. And then this is the Moxie Magnifying Mousse. This is actually really great for anyone that likes to use mousse, whether it's just for volume or to give your hair a little bit of texture if you have fine texture when you blow dry it out, or if you have curly hair like me. Mousse has always been my go-to product to get my curls to really stay and really be shiny and you know, spiraled up. So this mousse, believe it or not, I'm very picky when it comes to the products that I use when making my hair curly. There's only been a couple that have worked for me. I can actually show you what I was using prior to switching to Monat. This was my go-to favorite. It's the Bedhead Superstar Blow Dry Lotion for thick hair. And I came upon this just by accident. It's actually supposed to be just to blow out your hair and have it nice and big and with a lot of volume. But I just decided to use it one day because I had it and used it as a product before diffusing my hair curly, and I loved it. So this is definitely something that I've always gone to as my, you know, favorite product to put in to get my curls to be the way that I want them to be, which is always just soft, natural looking. I don't like them crunchy, but I do like them, you know, put together so that they're not like frizzy and all over the place. And this was always my favorite. I have to say, after trying so many other products, that one always was my favorite, and this one is definitely right up there with it. I am very surprised that I like it because, like I said, I really don't like many products for my curls, but this is light enough where it doesn't give me that crunchy feeling, and I'm like super impressed by how tight my curls are, especially with all the bleach in my hair. The lightening, my curls have definitely suffered. If you look under here, they're a lot curlier where I have less bleach. You can see that more after when it's dry, because bleach just really does damage curls and kind of make them limp. And I was really surprised because I haven't had my curls spiral up in months, and this definitely got them to do that. So it's soft enough, it's moisturizing enough, but it gives it enough of a hold where it keeps my curls nice and tight throughout the day with a lot of shine. So I mean, what else can you ask for, really? So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in. You don't need a lot. For my hair, you know, a little puff like that. And then, you know, it's really important when you do your hair, if you have curly hair, that you evenly distribute the mousse. You don't want to have, you know, no mousse on your ends and it all at your root, because then your ends are going to be frizzy and dry and your root is going to be all shiny and, you know, tighter curls. So you really want to get it evenly distributed. So I do keep adding, you know, little bits at a time and just run it through. I kind of do my ends first. Make sure it's really good on the ends, because that's, to me, the most important part. And then I do a little bit more at the root. So another puff. I have a lot of hair and I have, you know, longer hair, so you have to adjust it according to how much you have. But I just kind of run my hands through, rub it along my scalp. Get those roots good, because that's where you're going to get the volume. And then I always kind of shake it out so that they're not, the curls aren't really stuck together. Okay. So that's it. So I have all my products in there, and I'm going to diffuse my hair. So let me just show you what a diffuser is if you're not familiar. Sorry, I don't have anything easy access today. This is a diffuser. It usually comes standard with any blow dryer, but sometimes they don't. And if your dryer does not come with a diffuser, you can actually buy one at Sally's. If you have a Sally's beauty supply store nearby, they're like, I don't know, they're anywhere between like $3 and $5 for one. And it's universal, so it will expand. It has like a spring action. I can actually show you that one. This is one that you can get at Sally's. It's by Conair, and it's got like this spring on the inside, so it basically attaches to any blow dryer. So this is the idea. But this is the one that came with my blow dryer, and I actually really do like it. And if your blow dryer is a real professional one and it's super hot, sometimes these don't always work because they get, you know, it gets really hot and it kind of melts it a little bit, but you got to kind of just try one and see if it works. So this is the diffuser. So basically what I do, and I'm going to kind of show you without turning the blow dryer on, just the method that I use. So I completely flip my head over, and I always start with the underneath. So when I do it, you don't want to scrunch. When you scrunch with your fingers, you're breaking up your curl. So you want to try to avoid that. So what you're trying to think of is like a slinky. So you take a slinky and you can kind of, you know, push it together and it just spirals up, right? And then you let it go. So this is doing the same thing. So you're trying to get your hair to spiral up and coil to your scalp. You don't want to take this hair and smush it here because that's not going to do anything. Each individual curl, each section needs to coil up into your head. So the easiest way to get the underneath section is by flipping your head over. And then you can get the front a little bit, all the underneath section, by flipping your head over. I'm sorry, not the underneath, the top section. The top section is easier when you flip your head over. And then you can flip your head back, and then I will do the underneath section. And when you do the underneath section, you're basically just hanging your head like this, and you're spiraling it right to your root. So you spiral it right to your root. And you can use your hand if your hair is really long to kind of guide it in, you know. But again, when your head is flipped over, you know, this is basically what I do. I just do this. And I leave it on for about 20 seconds in each spot. And then I go to the next section right next to it. And then I just keep going all around my head like this. And then I do the other side. So all the hair that's hanging, which is really the top section, is what you're doing with your head flipped over. And then you flip it back, and then you do the underneath. So this is my hair with the Monat mousse. Very shiny, very coiled and spiraled. This will even look better after a couple hours once it finishes drying, because I never dry 100% when I diffuse. I leave it about 75% dry. So about 25% of the moisture is still in there, and then I don't touch it. You try not to get, try not to, go in the wind, that type of thing, until it's completely dry. So I'm just careful of it. I don't touch it until it totally dries, and then it'll coil up even more, and it'll be really, really tight curls. And then after that, I can toss it around. I can, touch it, and the curls are formed and dry. They've got the product in there to keep them from frizzing, and we're good to go. So this is basically just my go-to hairstyle for when I don't have a lot of time, and also in the summer for, those really humid days. I don't have to worry about humidity. The humidity is my friend in the summer. It actually helps my curls and makes, as long as I have the right products and I diffuse it, it makes them nice and spiraled and, extra curly. So I'll take a couple still shots of what my hair looks like styled this way, and I hope this was helpful for any of you girls that have the curls that are kind of intimidated by them, and instead of straightening them out all the time and smoothing them out, try to work with them and embrace your curls, and try to find find a new love for your curls, because it is super easy. Once you do get the hang of it, it's like 5 minutes of your time versus, you know, half-hour blow drying. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, you saw the products that I use from Monat, and I do feel like my hair is responding really well to it so far. Hey, just figured I'd actually pop on again and show you guys my hair a couple hours after doing it. So this is completely dry. So now that it's dry, I can kind of touch it and move it all over the place, toss it around. And you can see my curls are really shiny and springy. My hair is never this shiny and, you know, coiled up like it is using Monat. So that is definitely a pleasant surprise. You can see, obviously my ends where it's a little more dry because of the blonde aren't as curly, but like under here, it's super, it's super spiraled up because of the fact that there's less bleach there. So overall, I really love that mousse, and I love the shine that I get just from using all the 3 products together, the leave-in, the blowout cream, and then the Moxie mousse and the shampoo and conditioner. Obviously is doing some good things for my hair because it definitely feels softer and more manageable. And I think overall, it's definitely a good product if you have curly hair. All right, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. Have a great day. Bye.